I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mariota gives to Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A 1st down carry for Henry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mariota now. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Mariota. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
It's now 3rd down.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line.
Ready up. 58 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shoot.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Bravo.
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry for Raquel Armstead. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Check, 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 check.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Check, 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 check. Go. I got motion. Hey, Delta. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Three. Shift. Watch the shift. One. Alert three.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come this way. Here we go.
Throwing, Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Three.
From the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
that was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. This is Fournette. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check. Crunch.
To throw Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Check 56. They can't hang with us. Fresno.
First down, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Jags grab it. The 30. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. Powerful running. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Fournette, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, Haywood. Check. 4 down. 4 down. And we go 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. And we go 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
They're going to look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
8 reads. Here I come. Hey, wahoo. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Ready to go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Stop your.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll look to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to wind up and air it out. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Titans take over first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS. Switch. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Fournette. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, it's Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
No chance. Switch it, switch. Hey, dude.
On the run, it's Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Twist on travel. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Ready?
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm going back to you. Check 3, check 3. Go.
Now Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check.
Now Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
2nd and 10. And this is incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop the throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mariota to throw it. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Oh, fighting off the defender. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch right, watch right, watch right. Watch the screen.
Looking to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Ready, ready. 10 Lobos.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They begin with Henry. Gets past one man. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
At their 48-yard line.
Check 56. Come on, D. 49.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Miles Jack. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Quick pass to the outside, caught by Conley. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On third down, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Mike's 47.
Mariota to throw for it on fourth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Let's go now. Mike 58, right there. Here we go, here we go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The final score now from that game at Lambeau. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign, I put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this is Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Desto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.